More family fun and frolics tonight at 8 p.m. on the Benny Hill Show. But first, it's our friendly Thamesmen.
Day three?
That's like it's the Crip sign, isn't it? Getting myself shot.
I could never do that. Yeah, I could. People do this sort of LA one where they're like, oh, fuck, I can't.
Yeah, but the Crip one, I know none of
Don't do it.
None of our viewers are Crip. I mean, for Rick Fairman and whatever, he might be a gangster.
He might be.
But it seems so kind of just slightly kind of disabled. It's like. Like that, you know. I probably just
Jesus, you live in a hideaway in the mountains. I live in Crip City, you know. And thanks, great.
What colour is the Crips?
I don't know.
Blue. What are you in? Red. Blood. So not only so, you know. Hello everyone. My name is Alex. I'm safely in Dallas at the moment.
You think? Yeah. And I'm George. I'm in Los Angeles for today and moving shortly tomorrow. We're doing our curated week for Dylan, aren't we?
If a handshake for Colorado it's like one goes there and then one goes there and then one goes there and then you go like that for log sawing.
Is that what it is?
No,
is that how they do it?
No, that's Canada. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so we're in the middle of an amazing week pulled together by Brian. That is hidden tracks covered by other musicians and holy backgate, they're amazing.
I've been amazing. Now, just because I want to sidetrack, it's my turn to sidetrack us now, because I found out an amazing thing, because you mentioned Canada just now, and I just want to give you, I don't know if you've come across, you know, as YouTubers that we are, we get lots of analytics, and they provided something called a media kit, which you can go and send to brands if they ever want to give us any products, which they don't ever give us any products, maybe hair care products, maybe. But anyway, it tells us all about you, the viewer. Have you looked at this thing yet, Alex?
No.
Do you know who our viewers are?
Well, I know that we have a lot of Australians. We have a lot. We have a lot of Americans and not many British.
No, lots of Australians. Yeah, lots of Australians. United States and Canada. Yeah. Now, but the thing I found very interesting was it also tells us what our audience interests are. So this, you people out there, this says the audience share is a very high percentage of you are rock music fans. Well, that seems fair enough. Yeah, I can get behind that. It also says you're into documentaries and non-fiction TV.
Perfect.
We like a bit of, we look at, well, it's our age group, isn't it? We're into a bit of documentaries and things like that. But then, here's the thing, a lot of you are rugby enthusiasts. Who knew? Yeah, it tells me here, it says you're rugby enthusiasts. And then Olympic fans. Lots of Olympic fans watch us. So if you're into the Olympics, thumbs up. We know a bit of bobsleigh.
They know a fine physique when they see one.
And then the next bit is they're do-it-yourselfers, you know? But do you know what they buy, Alex? Do you know what?
No, I've got no idea what our subscribers buy.
They buy household supplies, a large amount of household supplies. So if we want to get sponsored by like bleach, we use Duck, the great bleach for your toilet.
Can you imagine if we we want to stop here to actually bring up that we are sponsored by Duck Bleach.
It doesn't get that chlorine flavour.
It's the taste of pine, which takes me to the mountains. Duck Bleach.
I found this the other day, and I thought I wanted to share it with you. It's fascinating, because these analytics that we have access to mean nothing to us apart from we could sell bleach, so that's good. And bleach with rugby. You want to get your rugby shorts whiter than white? Come to the Thamesmen Bleach.
You should appear in a whole full rugby outfit. I should appear in a maid's outfit.
A pinny.
No,
not again. We don't do that anymore.
No. And a trolley full of house products. We've moved on from that. I'll have a cigarette and a tea trolley.
Okay, yeah. That was like our school. Her name was Gabs. She
I know.
made great big pots of tea. Gabs. That was great.
George and I went to the same school when we were about 5, and we had tea break. Didn't we? We had urns of tea and the tea lady.
Gabs brought out the trolley with the sandwiches and the peanut butter and things like that.
And if she smoked a cigarette and a bit of ash went in, you say, "Ash went in my," she goes, "Shush! Don't tell anyone. They'll all want a bit."
I'm sorry. We got totally off. Apologies. We got a boatload of notes as well, so I should really get on with that. Should I? Or do you want to do that or whatever?
No, I think you read.
Okay, I took it off track. I'll bring it back on track.
Yeah.
It was so we're doing this week of songs by Dylan, but played by others. So it's Dylan curated week, and this one's really like yesterday we did Fairport Convention and Lou Reed, which is like different extremes, and was amazing.
Yeah.
This just shows the power. Today is Rage Against the Machine with Maggie's Farm from 2000.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, I have no idea how a Dylan song fits into Rage Against the Machine, but let us see. Yeah. And the notes here say, so bear with me 1 second. Maggie's Farm was recorded in January of 65 for Dylan's 5th album, Bring It All Back Home. It was the first Dylan album that contained no protest songs. And perhaps more important, the first side of the album contains amplified electric guitars and bass, while the second side of the album contains more acoustic instruments. Maggie's Farm is on side 1 of the album, and it gained more notoriety at the 1965 Newport Folk Festival when Dylan and his band unreleased a much louder, much faster, and more aggressive version of Maggie's Farm than the album had contained. The festival's production manager was quoted at that time to have said, "That first note of Maggie's Farm was the loudest thing anybody had ever heard." Rage Against the Machine recorded their cover of Maggie's Farm in 2000, but we couldn't find any footage of it, sadly. The band, Muse, has been known to use Rage Against the Machine riff or variations of it in their song Map of the Problématique. So,
well, actually, it was so loud. I was reading about the Newport. It actually wasn't Dylan's fault. It was the sound guy, and it was mixed for the sound to be further back. And apparently, a lot of the musicians at the front, they weren't angry he was playing electric. It was just so poorly mixed by the sound guy.
Oh, really?
It had nothing to do with Dylan, had nothing to do with the crowd. The crowd were very into electric music. Some were saying it was because he did electric and they were booing, but it wasn't. It was a freaking sound engineer who fucked up.
Well, it makes a great story one way or another, though, doesn't it? You know, it's like, excellent. Well, I can't wait to hear this because I like Rage Against the Machine.
I love Rage Against the Machine, and I love Maggie's Farm. It's like putting them together. I just cannot fathom it. So it's going to be great.
Yeah. Okay. So are we ready? So let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's Farm no more. Well, I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's Farm no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Well, he hands you a nickel, and he hands you a dime, and he asks you with a grin if you're having a good time. Then he finds you every time you slam the gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Well, he puts his cigar out in your face just for kicks. His bedroom window, it is made out of bricks. The National Guard stands around his door. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Well, she talks to all the servants about man and God and law. And everybody says she's the brains behind war. She's 68, but she says she's 24. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them. They say what they say, and I just get bored. I ain't gonna work on, no, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
Oh man, such a great sound.
It's amazing.
Filth.
Think that was amazing.
That was epic.
I almost think that was the best one we've had all week, actually, in a funny sort of way, because it's so out there.
We are so spoiled by Brian. The Lou Reed, the Fairport Convention. That just, I'm a pig in heaven. This is amazing.
Exactly, and that was.
It makes total sense now why they're doing that, because it's such a good protest song against oppression, working conditions, oppression, big forced, labour, and it's just such a good protest song. And there's Rage Against the Machine,
It's in the title. They rage against the machine, don't they?
They do, yeah. And they put their sound in, and it's just as relevant now. But where Dylan's song was cleverly written and sarcastic, that's just angry.
Yeah, and it was. We've mentioned it a couple of times. We listen with like earpieces, so you get it right injected into your head. And as sponsored by Drano Olympic Blue Cleaner. But anyway, they are. You really get to hear every single nuance of what we're listening to, and it was the peak, I think, of like recording, mixing, production of of the 2000s. It was. Everything was there. His vocal was sublime. You could hear so much intonation and so much sort of change in the way he would say his lyrics. But it wasn't that. But the bass line was just so dominant. But it wasn't overriding everything. His vocal sat right in the middle of it, and it was just carved into that space. And it was fantastic production.
If you want to go back, get a set of headphones and smoke a doobie and listen to that. I mean, basically, it's the luxury version because that bass is fully loaded.
Yeah,
I mean, but as you said, it didn't dominate. It just was fully loaded.
Yeah, it was so good, and he, in the way he could hold back his lyrics.
Yeah.
He was just like dragging just behind, just holding it out, just not, and it was like, you were just like, come on, go for it, man, go for it. He's just, it was so good.
I've never worked on Maggie's farm. I never will. But I was with him. I ain't fucking working on Maggie's farm. It's just like, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it, man. I was just like, fuck you, I ain't working on Maggie's farm no more. They really do. I've never worked on Maggie's farm, and I never will.
Never will.
But now I don't have to. And if I do, I know what to do.
You got a song for it. You got it covered. Yeah, that was brilliant. I absolutely loved that. And that was... But again, keep coming back to this theme. Dylan is a songwriter.
Yeah.
He can write a song that we have seen the Byrds perform, we've seen an English folk band perform, we've seen the New York Spitting Lou Reed perform, and now we've seen a angry 2000s, protest rock band, and they're all Dylan songs.
And the song was written in 65, and this was probably what, in 2000?
It was 2000 this was recorded.
Right, well, there you go. So, I mean, you're talking about a 35-year-old song. It's just as relevant, because it's well written and it's
that was
amazing.
Great. That was awesome.
Fuck Maggie's farm.
I'm gonna go and smash up some tractors. I'm out.
No, I'm gonna go and I'm in a hotel, so I might just go and push the cleaning lady's trolley over.
That's our people. That's our people. Don't do that.
No, not them. But they're the workers. Use the fridge. I'm going to open up and take everything out because they think I've spent everything and put it back in.
Could use all their ice in the ice machine.
I'm not going to drink anything from the minibar. I'm not going to give it to them. I ain't going to touch the minibar no more.
You're going to Postmate it. Okay, good job. All right.
Right. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway through one of the most amazing weeks. So I've seen what's next. My friend has seen what's next, and we would love for you to come along. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
How could it be better than Rage Against the Machine? I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay. We'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah.
Bye.